We are about to take a mini masterclass on the art of being a good conversationalist, and it comes down to 4 simple and straightforward rules. And it comes just in time with the holiday gatherings, those connections that we're going to be making. Dr. Matt Townsend is our wise teacher. We are the students ready to learn and immerse of your knowledge here. Okay, so we know the holidays are supposed to bring us closer.
Joy.
But there's some conversations that can get a little tricky, a little complicated. Why is that?
Family.
People,
humans, these people we love. Well, some of it too is because they don't know we grew up. And they still treat us like the way we used to be. So there's all these expectations. There's also a lot of emotion. A lot of what we struggle with in holiday time are the emotions that have not been healed. And if we haven't healed some of our pains, a lot of times they just come up, you know, with crazy uncle at the Thanksgiving dinner.
You know, just hypothetically.
Oh, we'll get to him.
Hypothetically. In fact, Matt, you say this, unless someone leads with intention, those moments can steal the joy out of what should be the warmest time of year. And I actually really love and appreciate the emphasis on intention, because we slide into these really comfortable relationships, even with the weird uncle, right? We see him enough that it's comfortable. But you're saying no matter the comfort level, be intentional about what you bring to the conversation.
You're intentional about what food you bring. And you spent hours getting ready with the meal, right? You know, you bought the marshmallows, you got the yams, you got the perfect meal, but nobody thinks about the conversations. But a lot of us dread them. You know what I mean? Like we dread that, oh, Aunt Susie's gonna comment on my weight again, or whatever, or something's gonna pull something out. So what if we just got a little more thoughtful about having these conversations, and when it goes a little sideways, you need not fear. You can just take a deep breath and redirect it.
Now, you say the first step is to lead with warmth. So how does that look like when you're walking to this holiday gathering?
It's so hard. So if you have control over the meeting or over the dinner, like if you're the mom or grandpa or whatever, you can set this great tone by just like starting the night with, or the evening with, hey, you guys, we love you. We are so excited to spend time with you. And like almost bear the strong witness that we love you. This is about love tonight. That can set the tone. You can also set warmth, because if you're not doing it with warmth, you're doing it with fear. A lot of us are dreading these moments and these conversations. But remember, we mirror each other. So if you're dreading me, I know it. And if you're looking at me funny, I'm going to see it, I'm going to sense it. So some of it is just go in with this idea that I'm going to try to lift as many people as I can during this dinner.
What you just taught, though, was so powerful in that it's a hosting skill.
Totally, it is.
But it's also an artful conversation lead in that, you know, witness the tone that you want the night to carry. Say it up front. Own it.
All that energy out
almost in a formal way. I mean, these are comfortable relationships, but to say it up front is powerful. And you also say something to do ahead of time is to promise yourself, pledge that you're going to avoid the sticky topics.
Exactly. And again, you might not be the sticky topic person, but if you've got some plans for what you're going to do when the sticky topic's thrown out, then there's power there, right? One of the things you can do is you can always guide a conversation to a safer topic. Okay, and so generally my grandma taught me, don't talk politics, don't talk religion, don't talk money, don't talk sex. And that happens to be pretty much all we talk about.
Does your grandma know you talk about that on TV?
Yeah, now that's all I do. Thanks, Grandma. But here are 3 things we can always talk about. These are the safest topics. We can always go to gratitude, and what better time than Thanksgiving?
Like what would that look like?
Hey, you guys, have you ever done this? Everybody tell one thing you're grateful for this year. And that starts a conversation. But you can also redirect a conversation to gratitude. You know, I'm so grateful for this. You can also go to good memories. Good memories when you're gathered with family. You can just get people talking. Do you remember when we had to ride the thing home and we had to, that starts a conversation that's all about reminiscing, and that will create a completely different spirit.
And even if you've told that story 10,000 times, it still has the power to connect.
That's exactly right. And then when you're talking to somebody, another key that just always will make it a better conversation is if you get genuinely curious about what they're talking about. A lot of people, they're going to default to politics. They're going to default to all of these things. But on any other topic, you can always take them deeper. Tell me more about your job. Now, do you like your job? You can go deeper with people in their very basic conversations.
And do you agree you can't fake curiosity?
Yes.
Like people know when you're
if you're really into with what they want.
People know when you're fishing. They know when you're leading.
And you well, that's a great rule, because you can't really fake anything because you're always communicating. Right? So if you're checking your watch while you're supposed to be curious, or if you're doing something else, it's, now again, just know too, you can also direct people by showing them you're not curious. Okay, and that kind of gets to another point where we got to learn to redirect the conversation. So if somebody brings up politics, and you won't believe what's happening in the state, and then, well, you can say, oh, I know, that's so heavy. Anyway, I was curious about, and then go back to this question about them, or hey, Mom, wasn't, like, politics is so complicated. Mom, wasn't Grandpa a politician? What was he? And then you just change the subject, and now you're going down memory lane. You don't have to stick on any subject that is not going to be healthy. It's going to be too sticky. You don't have to stick there. You can actually pivot and redirect with some of those other things, being for the things you're grateful for or genuine curiosity in something.
What if none of those work? I'm trying to think of a family member that's
then
like,
you
no,
pretend
I'm
like
sticking
you're
to my
sick.
guns.
Then you
No,
grab your stomach and you're like, oh, I'll be right back. And you run out of the room. That's just all you got to do. It's that simple. There's one other key. That is, to me, it's the supreme kind of redirect, and it's the one where you shine a light on others. This is where you highlight something that's really good. Like, John, didn't you get promoted today? And talked about John's promotion. Or, hey, so-and-so, I heard that your grandchild did this. Take them to this deeper thing. And if you've got the weird Uncle Larry that's always going to bring up the hard topics, lead him more. Lead him. Get him talking, get him eating. Make sure he's eating. Here's a chicken leg or a turkey leg. Feed him, but take care of him. But don't think you're just a victim in these conversations. You're a leader. We're all leaders in conversations.
These are powerful principles, Matt. Thank you. Where can we get more coaching from you?
MattTownsend.com. Super fun. We got a killer tool there called Becoming One, where you can come to our community, and we have weekly workshops on how to do all of this communication and relationship stuff.
All right, we'll meet you there. Thank you so much.